Greetings, Cancer. It's great to have you here. Thank you. This is for the strong of 210 to 216. One strong incept ion view. Put the wash on what 2020 is. How'd you like that supermoon? You know, the full moon winter came, huh? Snow. So, this is what we know about the red carpet and the two wiggly eyes that said, psych! Some of us are on the inside of the actual creation. So, what is going on? Excuse me. I've got this V card thing that never gets time-stamped. On the other side of the view, for any of you all, you're going to know if that's true for you. We have made sure that in the actual creation of what got arced in our cove of bees, there were two. Nobody looked between your knees for the view. There wasn't there either. Some of you are going to know. If you missed the full moon reading, but you didn't know, it's linked at the end of this one. Let's see what you have in common with this person, because it's you and them here. We got Shadowscapes and the Tarot of Sexual Magic. And, with the particle sweep happening in the magnetosphere, Mercury going retrograde on the 16th, certain opportunities are here. The Queen of Cups, you're going to know if they're the ones you want or if they're the ones that you kind of had to rise yourself up around. Because for some of you all, it's like the tragic, awesome mix of all that happening at the same time. Because for some of you all, it's like how you just grew. And it's just wonderful what happened after they tried to say how, as thou wilt, tried to cancel you into the thing that, no. Petals know when to shed, and what comes up new and what you did and what you had to do to land your foot right there. What backbreaking work might look like when you're supporting that yourself and you went all the way around and hadn't finished consolidating your energy until, thank you for advanced home security. Some of us landing and choosing where we solidified our form at now and forever. In the ad infinitum, where we didn't get germed on ads to be dead. Because it's if you look at what BC, AD, DE, all these things are, it's kind of weird at 0 point. What we've learned that we ascended to, weird stories that mashed up because it's like a certain kind of Pompeii happened, where now it's hey, what about the pump in your hair? Instead, because of how it meshed together and what we can do on hypersigil art and the new wages, solved at 0 point. So some of you have risen your energies and become all kinds of creative. And in the process, it's like a certain resurrection happens around you too as you're doing that yourself and being that. And sometimes it's like that thing coming back your way where it's now you look at it again, it's I'm so glad I grew through the situation and thank you for what we had and just letting it go. Because for some of you all, it's watching what really is happening that can't be obfuscated to you anymore. And if you're not somebody that follows astrology, this might make sense to you too. And if you're somebody that's followed astrology, this is going to make sense to you, and maybe you're going to be what the hell? Because the plan for end times of torture and people time-stamping things in the cam that is also an ear, your camera phones that proved which selves were phony and which were on and off. Certain things were getting shut down by the ones that were programming it. Okay, and so we have a new way to quantify what the hell happened. What people were getting away with saying was psychic communication, what they were doing with it. What some of us know can happen on the other side of a mirror at a distance, and somebody can think that they're going through the actions when somebody actually is showing off that they're remote controlling you at a distance with remote viewing tactics and things that don't get to happen anymore because of what we're doing with the magnetic resonance and why it's end times and why these plans for ET might have exploded, which is the Big Bang that's been circulating in this one thing that is not a toilet or a cesspool. It's been us learning what to do with water. And the treatment facility is bodies that are either U2B or not to be. And so there's a certain magnetic particle liftoff happening, and you might just want to check out the full moon reading if you missed it. I'm going to tell you, though, some of you all have ascended your whole new form, and it's like the things that are coming back in that particle magnetic resonance are being swept up in your area, so you can come to terms with what has been canceled. And for others, it's like, just wait for it to pass, because it's seriously, it's like, you know, these magnets saying, all right, here, that's how that happened. Out of the way. So this is what we are architecting now together, darling. All right, Cancer, what's going on here? Recent past. We've got the Page of Cups, and for some of you, that's like a stroke of some sort of creative genius that came your way. It might have been a tip, something you heard in passing or that you're sharing with someone in some way. I'm hearing just be careful, because for some of you, it's like some of the passerbys that are coming back around, it's like they're only back in this way because it's like a wobble of energy. And so they're back, and it's like if they're convenient, it's like I see them trying to like just take whatever's on the top, just like here, just trying to collect what's on top. It's like panning for gold. You're going to know if that's like apt for you or not, Cancer. For some of you all, that's not what gets to happen over your head. People don't just get to scan you for data and take it and populate it other places at your expense now. You got something new coming your way, and for some of you all, it's just like how you're going to be able to embody all of these particles that didn't get swept from you and stretch you out wrong. What's going on in the near future? Ooh, Temperance. So you're dealing, some of you all, with a Sagittarius. I'm hearing very clearly that this is like whoever that person was that was there tried to put it in a, I'm hearing for some of you all, they might have tried to put it in a container as like a smell or like a hair or something that was yours. And I'm hearing for some of you all, it's like it's going to come back to you what happened with it. And you might not be happy, but then you're going to be happy, because it's like nothing bad can happen with it. It's just like finding out what their intention was is like, ew. You know? And part of the reason why is because I'm hearing for some of you all, it's like you might have had a friend or like an ex that took a real nosedive with you in some kind of way. And I'm hearing it might have been real tacky, like they might have gaslit you. It's like they might have tried to like write themselves off the hook for something that they did by focusing on a point that wasn't even there. It wasn't even relevant. It's like, well, look, if you hadn't have made a breach here to begin with when we severed ties, then this point that you're trying to make now wouldn't have even happened. And it's like not having to deal with these people again, but it's like I feel like it's like almost like it left a bad taste in your mouth. It's like a film or something. And I'm hearing for some of y'all, it's just like learning like how to cuss a different way. And I'm hearing for some of y'all, it might be like, oh, here, what is this song here? They're telling me to go back here and look at it. I'm gonna just, while I have you here, see if I can find the name of it. They're telling me the name of the song that you might have listened to. Where is it? It's no, not that one. Shoot. Where is it? Crackety Jones. There it is. I'm hearing for somebody. You might want to listen to a song by a group called XTC called Crackety Jones. And for somebody, it's like having a way to sum it up, like in something that is very angering for you, that might have consumed so much of your energy by just the way that it was causing you to have patience about it, Cancer, that it's like for you to just have a Crackety Jones that you can land it on. It's like a way to sock it in the forever and return all of your energy back to yourselves in a way where you weren't ripped open for it or being, it's like being held underwater, you know? And I'm hearing like somebody counting and like trying to push you. It's like some kind of weird thing. And I don't know, I'm getting like a weird visual for some of y'all. You're going to know if it's relevant. I'm hearing for some of y'all, it's what you had to rise above. Bless you for it. Let's see what's going on here at the root between you and whoever this person is, because we're hearing 5 of Cups. I'm hearing it's like you're going to have to let something go here And for some of you all, it's like whoever tried to push you out on that branch is what I'm hearing. It's like a wrong way to test the Planck theorist. It's like, you don't know what we already did. It's like, just to even hold this word. And so, anyway, I'm hearing for those of you that know, it's like how you put something down that maybe you've already grieved your way through, and just a new way to look at it, because that's what I'm hearing this Five of Cups is. And for some of you all, that's maybe what that looks like. It's like how that information comes back around to you, and where you're just glad that, I'm glad I already kind of gave up on that situation is what I'm hearing, because it's like, when you hear about what they did or had intended, it's like, it's really so crappy that it's like, I'm just glad that I'd already given it up, because otherwise I would have been grieving about this a certain way. I would have been feeling bad about it. And now it's like, you don't care. It's like, you're not able to care less about it. You know, it's like, I couldn't even care less about that, because it was like you'd already surrendered it. And now you're just like, oh, now I know how to count something because of it, is really what it is. So let's see what's going on in your future. How's the outcome? We got the Nine of Swords. I'm hearing for some of you all, okay, here's where you got to watch it, because for some of you all, you have been up at night, and this is you saying goodbye to that, and also having it over your head. And I'm hearing for some of you all, it's actually a clue about how much more sleep you probably need, especially if you're doing like this beauty rejuvenation thing. Because for some of you, that's what this Queen is all about. It's like some kind of rejuvenation thing, and it's like certain things you're going to put away in favor of what this feels like to take it in new, especially if you have a really good Sagittarius. Because for some of you all, you've got somebody here that has probably been admiring you from a distance, and I'm hearing it's like they just didn't know how to do anything, because it felt like whatever you were doing was already a special kind of caustic, is what I'm hearing. It's like a special kind of like way that you were influencing it, that it's like getting in your way is what I'm picking up on. And so I'm hearing it's like, know that it's good for you to get your 9 hours of sleep, and know that if somebody was trying to look in a certain way, they're already getting shattered, like in a terrible, terrible witness, because it's like they put themselves out a certain way where it's like they have to get clipped. It's like there's no room to step out any further. There's a plank. And so, you know, it's like they got spotted by themselves. And so for those of you that needed to know, that's already cut. You already severed that. It was like a willing thing that was done lovingly. And it's good for you to know that. And for those of you that have somebody that's actually worth it, it's like they've already seen you going through this, and it's like the news got around. It's like it got out. I don't know if you have something overseas with them, or if it's like something about like how news traveled overseas and then came back to them, or something like that. You might have something in common, or it's like things that get written on people's walls, and like how communication comes back around to people. But I'm hearing for all of you, it's going to be very, very healing, and it's a good time to speak up, especially where you know that creative things can happen to assist you in a variety of different ways because of how you had to grow yourself through this. Because for some of you all, what you've had to put away or like grow through has been painful. For some of you all, it's about surgery and just different things that you've had to like, really, it's like literally take under a microscope, take under a knife. So you're gonna know if it's for you. Let's see what's going on with the Tarot of Sexual Magic here, Cancer. You've got the Knight of Swords here. Hearing this is like, wow, a way to communicate. This is somebody that's going to be very direct about what they think, what they want, what they're doing. And TBH, it's a little bit of a, sometimes it can be very narcissistic energy how it comes forward. This is looking very immature though here with the Page of Cups and like this. And I'm hearing for some of you all, it might be the right kind of immature. It's like, you know, maybe a youth stroke coming through. And I'm hearing for somebody, it's like, you know, maybe something that you did to enhance your appearance, you know, and how it might pay off, because if admiration, you have somebody feeling fiery and trying to balance themselves. And I'm hearing you might have people that are like, what is going on with them? Or like trying to look in or trying to figure out what it is, because it's the scent is getting around. So, yeah, all right. They've got the Three of Wands here, and I'm hearing for some of y'all, this is just like admitting where you stand with somebody. I'm hearing somebody might have done something romantic that's like proving that this is how they are with you, and it's like something about the band or something they have in common. It's like they both wear it, or it's like something they both did at the same way, because it's like a symbol of their union. It's like, this is how we got together, this is how you know what we've been doing and where our relationship is, and how it's like, and people might want to say things like, ooh, it looks like they're doing this, it looks like they're doing that, and I'm hearing it's like they might even prop it up, or people might try to cut and paste things, you know, for like some paste and go, and try to South Park you there, and make it look like they were up to something here, and you know, that looks a little different than what this looks like. And I'm here for some of y'all, it might be both of those, but I'm hearing that for some of y'all it's not. It's like somebody like cutting these two pictures together and trying to make it look like y'all are up to something, making it look more salacious than it was when it was more like sultry, or more like steamy, more like romantic, and less like BDSM, because they were like talking. And so for some of y'all, it's going to be somewhere in that graduated scale of what it actually is and where it's nobody's damn business. Because what I'm seeing here is that for some of you all, it's like trying to communicate with somebody at a distance. I'm hearing for somebody, it's like flying in, and that's what all these 9 birds are here. And I'm hearing for somebody, it's like, oh my god, I've just been like planning for this and trying to figure out what to do, and like having something that they're grieving about together. And I'm hearing for others, it's like, if this is your relationship already and it's somebody that's close, it's like you had to end something first, because it's like somebody was waiting here, and I'm hearing it was like a hard tie, and this is like just being encouraged to like withdraw, get more rest, and know that somebody is here that's been like admiring you while you've been going through this. All right, I don't know what else to say about that, Cancer. There are different energies here for different onesies, so hopefully you know which ones of those are yours. Hit me up, let me know. I love your comments, gives me an opportunity to send some positive energy your way. And if you need more support, feel free to hit me up. We've got Very Fine Martians linked below. It's a chat group. And if you'd like your own reading, hit me up. I'd love to do that for you and take a look with just your energies and your questions answered. All right, we'll catch you again soon. We're back for another one. Love you, Cancer. Bye for now.